Hi, and welcome to 24 Wheelers. Today, I'm getting ready for an overnighter to Central Arkansas. So I thought I'd put together a quick list on the types of things that I like to pack and have with me when on a solo overnight motorcycle trip. Now, I'm going on this trip with two buddies, so when I say solo, I simply mean I don't have a passenger, i.e. my wife, with me, so I'm packing just for me. Also, when I think of what I need for an overnight motorcycle trip, I think in three broad categories, which are personal items, gear, and provisions, and I'll define those as we go along. Hey, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, I would appreciate it if you did so. All right, let's get into it. My first category is personal items. These are simply items like clothing and toiletries, that sort of thing. I'm not going to get into specifics of the clothing that I wear or the hair products that I use, but instead talk about generalities on this one. Basically, I'm packing the bare essentials for my ride and any events or activities that might happen upon arrival, assuming I know about those in advance. For just a single night, I will rarely bring things like extra jeans or extra boots, although I might do that if I anticipate any rain. I generally bring a change of clothes for when I get there, something to sleep in, and then a clean shirt for the following day. So, most important for this category, at least for the purposes of this video, is the bag that you pack everything in. Be sure to get a bag that fits whatever type of bike you're riding. Having a tour pack makes this super easy, but if you don't, you'll want to have something that can either fit in one of your saddlebags or on a rack of some kind, however your bike is outfitted. I have a few different bag options for this kind of thing, but for this trip, I'm using my GoRuck GR2, which might be a little overkill, but that's all right. The pack fits quite easily into my tour pack, and I can simply grab it out when I get to my destination and toss it in my room. All right, my second category is gear. I like to think of this category as like garage items, and the types of things that I'll have with me on any trip might vary depending on the trip, where I'm going, the length of it, that sort of thing. But there's a few things that I have with me invariably on any trip. Now, most everything on this list is going to fit in this bag right here, which fits obviously very nicely into my saddlebag. You can probably tell based on its shape. So let's just go one by one. First off is tools. I have some very basic tools that I take with me on every trip. Some sockets, screwdriver, that sort of thing. I'm not going to rebuild a motorcycle with these tools, but there's some basic things that should help me out with if I have some basic issues. The next item on my list is cleaning materials. I like to have a clean motorcycle, so I keep a little bug cleaner kit with me, and also just a polish bottle. I don't have it in my bag at the moment, but I always have some sort of microfiber cloth with me as well to use in that. Next is my rain gear. Always have rain gear on me. I have this rain gear on me pretty much 24/7 in the motorcycle, just in case, but definitely on an overnight trip. Next is my NOCO battery jumper. Now, this is something that you want to make sure you have charged before you go on a trip. I keep this thing pretty much topped off all the time, but definitely double check it when I'm going on an overnight trip or any sort of long trip, more than maybe 100 miles or something like that. Next is my first aid kit. I always have a first aid kit on me, again, when I'm riding. Certainly want to double check the contents and make sure everything is good to go for an overnight trip. And then finally in this particular list is an air pump. Now this is a brand new air pump. It's from Air Moto. It fits in this little case here, and the air pump is quite small and compact, which I absolutely dig about it. I've never had to use this, thank goodness. Also in my kit for my air compressor, I keep this little guy. This is called an air plugger. This is fantastic. I don't know if you can see that. How about that? So essentially what this is this is just an air plug kit, and it keeps it nice and compact, everything together. You've got your tire plugs, you've got your little drill pieces, and then they fit into the lid of the case, essentially. And I just keep this inside the case of my air pump, so all tire-related things are right here ready for me to use if I need them. All right, my final category is provisions. Basically, this is food, water, beverages such as bourbon, sun protection, and also cigars. I use a Harley-Davidson saddlebag cooler pack with a Yeti ice brick in one of my saddlebags. That keeps my water and my bourbon nice and cool. Hopefully, wherever I'm staying that night has a freezer, and I can refreeze the brick to keep things cool for the following day on the ride home as well. Hey, it's important to stay hydrated out there, and I like to stay hydrated with cold beverages. So having this as a part of your kit when going on really any ride, but especially an overnight one, is an essential for me. All right, that's my very simple approach to packing my motorcycle for an overnighter. More than anything, I hope this video inspired you to get out there and ride. Take some time off from your normal routine and check out some new roads. For me, I also enjoyed the personal challenge to see just how minimal I can get when I'm packing. And it's something that I'm always improving on. Hey, I'd love to hear your thoughts, your comments, any suggestions that you might have. Please drop those in the comments section. I'd really appreciate that. And also, if you enjoyed the video, please give me a like. And of course, remember, whether on the road or on the trail, I'll see you out there.